Hello, everyone, to the latest Nitro Cup race in the Nitro Racing League. This race was at Darlington. It was 185 laps in length, and yeah, this was a long one. Stages are 45, 45, 85. No, 95. Last stage is 95 laps. Um, yeah, we were having issues sending out game invites, so we actually had to make a public lobby and kick everyone out that would join to do this. So I actually start on quotation marks the poll, but there was no qualifying for this race since we just didn't have a way to do it tonight because we were having Xbox Live issues. So we're gonna get right into it, and yeah, as obviously I start P1 here just because I host the lobbies and the league and stuff. So yay me, I get an advantage at the start. But I will spoiler alert. This was not my brightest performance to say the least. I'm gonna. The car was very tight. I combat helps us with setups, and I knew from personal experience I should have known better because like basically what you do is you start with a preset and then you adjust it a lot. And I saw the preset. I just knew in my heart it was just for me personally not the one. But as you see, I've been leading since lap 4. But I get really loose off turn 2. I hit like this is like a loose patch, and you just lose it. So going into 3 and 4 here, I get a little too high in the wall, and then I see Jonathan here, and then I'm just gonna let him go because it's not worth it at this point to run side by side into to turn 1 because that's just a death sentence for the guy on the outside at least. So, yeah, then we're just jumping up to lap 6 here, and yeah, I was struggling this race, and then you can see there that there was that weird movement, and yeah, I there was nothing I could do, and so right here I just enter 3 and 4, and combat just full sends it in there, and he just parks it in front of me, and honestly, I kind of wanted to bail out here, and then Andrew comes and fills that hole, so I have nowhere to bail out, so I go into turn 1, and Gary hits me in the wall, and there's just nothing I can do, and I lose all those spots, and that was pretty unfortunate to be honest. It was a rough race, to say the least, and like you can see, lap 20 and Libert's starting to catch me as well, and yeah, I just did not have any speed. The car was way too tight in the center of the turn. I would just lose so much time. And no matter what I did to it, I worked on it all night and nothing could help it, honestly. There we are in lap 25. Libert and Combat are stuck behind me at this point, and Libert looks for a move, but I just let him have it. So it's best interest because, yeah, I'm just screwing up here. This was it's really ugly. Oh god, I'm cringing watching this over again and commentating it. But since I lost those spots, I was like, I'm just gonna pit here halfway through the stage, basically. So, yeah, no speeding. So, put in the setup, and I was hoping it would work a lot better. It was better, but it was just way too tight, and especially in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 was so bad, and I just could not carry any speed through the center of the turn, and I just struggled, and realistically should have lowered the wedge by like 1%. It was that bad, but Matt here, Chaffee, really short pitted, maybe a little too early, and I was able to run him down. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, he actually took 2 tires, which was a little bizarre to say the least. But we were able to throw it into 3 and 4 really hard there and make the pass there. And then Libert was starting to catch me again. But here we are jumping up to lap 45, and Libert wasn't really able to do anything with me this run. So I got a little loose there though, and he's gonna have a huge run. He's gonna look to my inside going into turn 3 and 4. And I drive it in 3 and 4 a little too hard and get into the wall. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to throw it on the apron and see what happens. But yeah, not much you could do there. But we're going to come home stage 1, P7. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be rough with this how tight the car felt in 3 and 4. It was all right in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 was so bad. But here we go for the green of stage 2, starting in P8, but no one goes. So I was a little nervous at this point that there was gonna be chaos in this turn, but surprisingly enough, everyone kind of kept it pretty clean on the restarts here in Darlington tonight, and yeah, it was a pleasant surprise to say the least. Because usually restarts here are a disaster. So we're just gonna jump up a little further ahead to lap 54. You can see we have fallen into P7, and everyone seems to be kind of orderly. But I got on the apron there, and it just makes it super loose, and I kind of screwed Chaffee there. But I just decided to let him go because I felt bad for that. So, and he was just faster than me too. So yeah, and then lap 58. A few laps later, Bacon, Cameron, he hit the wall or something, and hits the wall again, and we are able to try to pounce on this opportunity to make a pass, and we are going to be side by side going down into turn 1, and someone's eventually going to have to give, and it Bacon doesn't really give, but he kind of just goes into the wall, so yeah, we are able to make that pass work and move into P7. And honestly, at this point, nothing happened in this stage. I was around nobody at this point, and yeah, just decided to skip the entire stage because there was literally nothing to show. And you can see we are only at 2 laps estimated. A lot of people pitted a lot sooner than I did. I decided to stretch it out as far as I could, just because I was kind of in no man's land, so I had nothing to lose. So we enter the pits here, nearing the end of stage 2. I think there's only like 10 or 7 laps, 10 to 7 laps at this point in the stage. So I just take 4 tires and make some small adjustments, and you can see we come out P6. So actually, I think gained a spot out of all this, and it is what it is. I mean, I knew at this point I was in trouble. So, and yeah, this was just a rough night, and this is actually coming to the end of stage 2 here. There was a little clip there, and that was the end of the stage. So P6 at the end of stage 2, and yeah, I just had nothing. It was rough to say the least. And on this restart, I chose the outside, and Chaffee did not go at all, and I just start losing a ton of spots here, and I'm just trying to hold on, and then I just drive myself into the wall and lose all these spots. And then I'm down P9, and I was in a very sad state of mind as I lost all those spots. But then there's a huge incident in turn 1 and 2 the next lap, and then I pass Mahu, and then there's Gary, I think Andrew, and then Matt here are just getting into it too. So I try to pounce on it too, and I think I might have hit Matt a bit there, but he didn't hit the wall or anything, so I think everything was fine. Lap 102 here. You can see I'm kind of sticking with him. I was making the car looser. It was helping a bit here, and I was able to stick with these guys a lot better than I have been most of the race. But and then Andrew there gets really loose. But my car was feeling better, but I was still feeling really tight in 3 and 4 here. You can see how bad it is because you see Mahu behind me. He's able to run right through the middle so much faster, roll through the middle so much faster than me. And he didn't overdrive the turn or anything. It's just I was so slow. And then going to turn 1 and 2, I tried to hold on to the position, but I get a little tail happy here, and I just have to give these spots up at this point. So, and at this point, we're P9. I jump up to lap 110, and someone down there, I believe it's Cameron again. He was having a rough night too, to say the least. But we have now moved into P8, trying to hunt down Libert. Yeah, this was a long race. Yeah, not much to say in this one, but got some side by side action here, and Libert gets really tight off the turn, and I'm like, this is my opportunity to pounce and try to make a move here. In turn 1, he lets me go, and I get into the wall, and then I kind of cut down in front of him because I'm like, no, I'm not giving this spot up. And it's just hard to do anything, but we are on lap 118 now, and you can see that the guys are starting to get further away, and then I get in the wall really bad, and the car turns down a lot, and then I'm going to really lose. So I hit the apron, almost spin myself out, and then Liberty goes by me again. um, yeah, then we jump to the pit stops here, lap 127, and not much to say. At this point, we've lost touch with the lead pack of cars, and just come into the pits at this point and don't speed, and had a good pit stop and exit, and there's not much to say. And then I almost actually scared the living crap out of Bacon because I didn't see him. Almost wrecked each other there, but a few laps later, I'm able to get a run on Bacon into turn 3 and 4, and able to make a pass because he pitted a little sooner than me. I kind of slide job him, but I think he got on the wall a little bit there. And a little bit later into this run, I'm able to pass Liberty on lap 132. And I'm going to be frank, from this point forward, nothing happens. Literally nothing happens for me in this race. I run P7 till the end. So we're just going to jump right to the end here. At lap 184, there was like a pit stop in there, but like I didn't gain or lose anything. You can see on the track map, I am literally in a no man's land. Last 40 laps of this race, I didn't see a car. I was just going for a Sunday night drive around Darlington, doing absolutely nothing in 7th place. But yeah, overall, I was pretty disappointed. I usually like Darlington, but in the Heat series, Darlington it's not very good, to be honest. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. A lot of tracks in Nascar Heat don't make a lot of sense, in my opinion, to what they really feel like. But brought it home P7 in one of the most boring, and probably the most boring race of the year for me. There's not really much to say, but I'll just leave it at that as P7. It was a boring race. What you gonna do? Sometimes you just have off nights. But next week is going to be Michigan with high draft for the playoff cutoff race. So that will be very interesting. I expect total chaos next week. But if you guys enjoyed it, please feel free to like, follow, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And you can watch these NITRO races live on my Twitch channel Saturday nights. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.